Hi guys, what's up and welcome to today's Halloween inspired video. So I got a request to do a Halloween perfume list, so here you go. That is what we are gonna talk about in today's one. But first of all, tell me if Halloween is actually celebrated where you live. I live in Germany and there are like 10 kids running around in the neighborhood looking for sweets, and everything I know about this holiday is of course from American movies, so you can expect some pumpkin, sweets-like and dark smelling fragrances, but actually my picks are so exciting and you can surely rock these fragrances not only on Halloween but also during the fall and winter season. So I'm very curious with which type of scents you associate Halloween, and if you celebrated this year, which perfume will you wear? So with that being said, I'm looking forward to chat with you. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so, and let's get started. So I want to open this Halloween list with a perfume that I have a feeling was specifically created for it, and that is Moth by Zoologist. Just look how mysterious it looks, right? And this fragrance is rich and gothic. That's why I think it is perfect for Halloween, just because it goes with its mood really well. And it is about smoke for sure, and normally I find smoky fragrances are very hard to pull off. This one, however, is not, because it is a sweet, smoky type of scent, and that is because of honey that we have in here, but it is also powdery because of the flowers. But don't get me wrong, it is a serious fragrance with a lot of spices and woods, and it is surely about exotic type of a smoky scent, and it will surprise you with a few twists that it has in it, just because it is quite complex but hypnotizing. Unisex, it grows on you, the projection and longevity are phenomenal, and if you want to leave a mysterious impression, you should definitely go for Moth by Zoologist. But if you associate Halloween with sweets and you just love sweets in general, I have such a fantastic perfume for you that I am obsessed with at the moment, and I can't get enough of it, and I'll definitely get it in a full-size bottle when I finish my travel spray, and that is Mr. Gloss Made Me Doll by 4160 Tuesdays. Now listen guys, this perfume has the craziest note ever. Candy floss, and it smells of candies. I mean, like perfume candies, but still candies, and it is very sweet but not sticky, and that is just what impresses me every time. There is sort of a freshness in there, and there is actually bergamot and some sort of lemon or maybe even grapefruit in there, but it's not citrusy, it's more sweet, and it has that softness, and it is gentle, but at the same time it is so obviously sweet and delicious. Like, it is very hard to resist this scent, and it will be also very hard to not pay attention to someone who wears it, because it's just like enjoyable, delightful fragrance that will make everybody happy. And I know that Halloween is not necessarily about happiness, but still it is so sweet, and Halloween is definitely about sweets. But my dear friends, if you're looking for something very dark and maybe even scary, and that was quite hard for me to pick a scary perfume, but I did, and that is another offering from that same house, 4160 Tuesdays, but this is actually Black Velvet Cafe, and I believe this is a first time I mentioned this fragrance on my channel. And here is why. I got this bottle as a present from Sarah, the perfumer, as I visited her in London, and she gave me the bottle and I sprayed it as I was home, and oh my gosh, I didn't get it at all. It was so dark, it was so stinky to me. My mom called it socks-like, and I just put it on the highest shelf. But now I sort of revisited it, and I was so surprised that I enjoyed, and I guess it is because it reminds me of a very expensive new fragrance from Gucci line that is sort of exclusive and niche, and that fragrance is called a Nocturnal Whisper. It is a perfume oil and it lasts days on the skin, not let's get close. And that fragrance is sort of in the same mood. It is very woody, it is tobacco-like, there is so much oud in there, but also dirty patchouli and bitter coffee. And I sprayed it on the paper earlier this day, and when I entered the room everything smelled of it. So if you're looking for a beastly fragrance that is very dark, that is even a little bit scary, I recommend you this one. If you don't want anything sweet, anything floral, you want a lot of darkness, you want almost like bitterness, you want smokiness, and you want really authentic oud, and you want your perfume to last days, that is this fragrance. Oh my god, just check it out. I'm so happy that I didn't give it away. But if you're looking for something more refined but still in a woody spectrum, I would recommend you Mythical Woods by Profumi del Forte, which was love at first sniff for me personally, and I'm so happy that I bought a bottle of it just because this fragrance is very sexy and dirty. It is a little bit animalic because of musk in there, and there is bergamota, there is also ambergris and a lot of woods. However, there is also raspberry, vanilla and honey that I don't get a lot at all. I get more of sharp saffron that for some strange reason works really well, and maybe there is just a hint of sweetness in the background. And you will notice that I mentioned quite a few fragrances with a honey note in them, but if you're looking for a really elegant but still like dirty, sexy type of a fragrance that is also on the woody side, maybe for a going out occasion, maybe if you're going to a party or a dinner but it's around Halloween or just in the autumn time, check out this fragrance because it also smells niche and expensive. So with that being said, now I want to tell you about ultimate spicy fragrance, and I'm not sure if I can tell it's spicy. It's spicy only in my opinion, just because when you look into the notes of Goddess by Lush, you don't find anything spicy. There are some flowers like jasmine and rose, there is osmanthus, there is oud, sandalwood, white flowers and powder. So notes are right up my alley, but the scent itself is strangely spicy and it reminds me of some spicy sweets and maybe even some spicy dessert. It's sort of fresh but in a powdery, like leathery way that is probably because of osmanthus, and in my opinion it is very unisex and quite erotic smelling too. So if you like Lush perfumes or you're looking for something inexpensive that will go well with Halloween theme and is strange but sort of interesting too, check out Goddess. It is sort of a unique scent from Lush. But if you want a perfume that will blow everybody away, I would recommend you Rose I'll Die by Galahad Fragrances. And I know a lot of people enjoy this perfume and I totally understand why, because to me personally it is about delicious plum wine, and I'm a big fan of fragrances that smell like alcohol, but this one has so much more to offer. So there is plum, but there is also dark red rose, there is also brown sugar, honey, once again patchouli, labdanum that I'm crazy about, vanilla and a bunch of other great stuff, but there are also apple crisps in there that I associate with fall, and in my opinion this is a very sexy, warm type of a fragrance that is so romantic too. So if you want to seduce someone on Halloween or just smell irresistible and have enormous projection, go with this fragrance. It is actually a must try and must have for colder weather, for men and women, just because literally this perfume is created for those who are looking for something that will warm up their cold winter and fall days. So I've told you I have a pumpkin fragrance, and I don't really have a pumpkin perfume just because I don't have a fragrance with a pumpkin note in there, but I want to tell you about Madar by Poesy Perfumes, which is inspired by a creamy rice pudding, and I find that this is such a comforting, warm, enveloping fragrance with a layer of cinnamon dust on it, and it is so foody and delicious, and it will make you feel real good inside, and it is especially appropriate for the time when you're at home, maybe in your bed watching horror movies on Halloween, and you want just something that will make you feel warm and safe. It is very long-lasting, very unisex, delightful, delicious, like creamy, spicy sort of rice pudding, and who can resist that? So a designer pick that I want to share with you is Womanity by Mugler, and when it first came out in 2010 my mom bought it, and this is such a strange and hard to describe fragrance. Notes in there are fig leaf, olive tree and caviar. They are sort of strange. The scent itself is strange. It is sweet, but at the same time it's fresh, it's green, and it's sort of like crazy. And I have a feeling that people get crazy on Halloween, like they dress up in all these costumes and they make crazy makeup, and they're like turning into beasts, into zombies, into different creatures from, you know, like dark side. And I find that this fragrance will help a lot to make that transformation. So it is very easy to find it in the store, and if you're looking for something that will be strange but at the same time sort of appealing, check out Womanity. It is also quite a strong fragrance. For all chocolate junkies out there, I recommend Chocolate Greedy by Montel, because this is such a powerful stuff that definitely smells of chocolate, and it is just delicious, very comforting, vanilla-like, coffee-like, citrus-like, tonka-like, cacao beans, and I mean, like, you can't go wrong with this perfume. You will collect compliments. You'll get more compliments than sweets on Halloween with this perfume. It is oriental, vanilla-like, chocolate-like fragrance for men and women, for children, for people who crave chocolate any day basically, but especially on Halloween. I also wanted to include Bohemian Woods by Atelier Oblique on this list, just because I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, and this is a very interesting metallic woody type of a fragrance. It is very leathery and it is peppery, it is spicy, it has that very fiery twist in there, and I think it is for those who are not necessarily into sweet type of fragrances and who want something that is a little bit metallic and sharp and smells of leather and smells of saffron and maybe even a little bit of church smoke. So if you are in those type of scents, I really recommend you this one, because it's long lasting and you can wear it during all cold seasons. I think it's more on the masculine side. It has like this resinous texture to it, and it would be also great for vampires that get very hungry on Halloween. But I want to complete this video with my fragrance number one at the moment, and this is limited edition by Sarah Horowitz that is called Embers. And this fragrance captivates the autumnal spirit because it's smoky, but at the same time it smells like falling leaves, like woods and apple cider, and I adore that boozy element in there. There is also like spicy cinnamonish apple twist in there, and it's just so enjoyable, so unisex. I swear by this stuff. It's just irresistible, and it will make you feel so very good inside, and will also put you in a playful mood, which you're probably looking for on Halloween, right? So that is a limited edition, keep that in mind. And I guess that's all for today's video. Oh my god, we made it! And I would like to know which of these top 10 fragrances sound most interesting to you. I would really love to know that, and which perfumes will you wear on Halloween, or maybe just you would recommend others to wear on Halloween. So I'm looking forward to hear from you anyway. Let me know anything you want in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and stay tuned. Smell good, request anything you want, and we'll see each other in the next one really soon. Have a happy Halloween. Bye.